not used to pressing the brakes like that, are you?
No, not at all. We found a way to make it interesting. You know, when you get ahead like that, yeah, you want to take time off the clock, but at the same time, we need to find that happy medium to where we're still playing aggressive, but taking care of the clock. You know, it's a tricky way to do it.
To what do you attribute the fact that almost every play was working through a big chunk of the first part of the game?
Good calls and good execution by our offensive line, and our guys are making plays. You know, they're protecting. I'm getting the ball out quickly, getting it in our playmakers' hands, and they're doing the rest. So, yeah.
Does the crispness of all that kind of indicate that you're still growing and getting better with Freddie?
Absolutely. You know, we spread them out a little bit more today, so we'll see what we can do with that package. You know, we're doing a lot of different things, and we're doing it well. We got to be able to run the ball better, but as long as we're able to spread them out and do that, that's something we can grow.
You guys have struggled to score in the first quarter throughout the first half of the year. Now, the last couple of weeks, you've done a really good job with that. How much of that can be attributed to Freddie and his scripts?
A lot. You know, we're taking shots when they're there. And we're able to play aggressive. Against a team like that, you want to start fast. You know, they're a team that starts fast, and if you jump on them, then that can happen right there. So we needed to do that. We were emphasizing that all week. But, yeah, a lot of it's contributed by Freddie.
Did the first half to you kind of feel like your days at Oklahoma where everything was clicking at all, or no?
A little bit. Yeah, everything seemed to be working, but that's the way we want it here in Cleveland.
What was up with the pregame dancing?
Pre-game dancing? I mean, you got Philly Collins playing the drums. What do you mean?
So, were you just feeling loose today? I mean, we haven't kind of seen that from you before a game before.
Yeah, you know, as the experience continues, the comfortability grows. You know, there's really nothing else to that. You know, as I see more looks and more things, I'm going to be more comfortable. I just got to go out there and do my job. As I keep saying it, it's repetitive, but that's the truth.
Looked like you had a very brief encounter I saw before the game and then again after the game with Hugh Jackson. Did he have a chance to say anything to you? If so, maybe what did he say and what was that like?
He said, "Good job, good game." Yeah, that was brief. I didn't feel like talking.
You or him?
Me.
Why not?
I don't know. Left Cleveland, goes down to Cincinnati. I don't know. It's just somebody that was in our locker room asking for us to play for him and then goes to a different team. We play twice a year. Everybody can have their spin on it, but that's how I feel.
So you had a little bit of a bad taste in your mouth?
No, I mean, it's just like any rivalry game. That's just how it is now. That's how I'm going to treat it every time we play them, but it's nothing, you know, there's no hate. That's just how it is. That's how I'm going to treat it, and I think that's how our team should treat it too.
You've always been able to find motivation and put a chip on your shoulder
Mm-hmm.
in all kinds of ways. Did that, now that it's over, did the presence of Hugh add any of that for this game?
A little bit. You know, we have a lot of guys that have history with Cincinnati. Orson Charles was playing like a maniac today. He kept saying that they're the people that cut him. So, you know, and then our QB coach, Kenny Zampese, was there for 15 years. So we have history with Cincinnati. That's what happens when you have a division rival. You play them twice a year, there's going to be that. So, yeah, but the best thing about that is our guys handled it well. That motivation and sometimes that emotion get in the way, but our guys handle it the right way.
Is there any feeling in your mind that Hugh was the reason this team wasn't winning?
No, what it comes down to is we still have the same players. That's what I said when everything was happening. We just had to play better. You know what? You can put your own spin on it, but we have the same players. Yeah, we have people that we believe in calling the plays now.
With Zampese, was it a seamless transition after Haley left, or did it take some while for the new dynamic with Freddie and Zampese and you to get it rolling?
Kenny and I have always had a good relationship. Been open and honest about what he wants to get accomplished. It's just a matter of how he wants to coach it based on what Freddie's calling. So there's a little bit of a learning process, but it didn't take very long at all.
We're going to go back to what you said about we have people we believe in calling the plays now.
Mm-hmm.
That could mean you didn't before.
No, I mean, Todd Haley was calling the calls, and I believed in that. I said that to you guys over and over. It wasn't about that. We just didn't execute. And Freddie's running the same system we had then. He's just putting a little bit of a twist on it. So it's not about that. I'm not putting a headline that's not it. It's the fact that we didn't do our job then, but right now Freddie has us believing in it, and that's what it comes down to.
You've won 2 out of 3 since the coaching changes, though.
Mm-hmm.
How much has that mattered?
we used it as something to come together. You know, that's what I said when all that happened. It could have been something that tore us apart even more, or it brought us together, and that's what happened. And that's how we wanted to handle it, and we have.
Did you happen to see Demarius Randall go over to Hugh Jackson and hand him the ball after his interception?
I did not.
You did not.
Oh, jeez. Surprising? No, not really out of Demarius, but yeah. Wow, okay.
And you know what Demarius said before the game if AJ Green was inactive.
What did he say?
Bengals were going to get their ass kicked. My question to follow up on that, though, is do you like the attitude of this team where it's at right now? You guys, I mean, like you said earlier, you know, you're playing loose, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you guys
We
have
want
seen
that.
them
We
do
don't want the the bulletin board material like that. And I think there's a fine line, but that's who Demarius is. He's going to talk, and he's going to try and back it up. And so most of the time he does. So that's okay.
Will you make a point to go and watch that video?
I'm sure I'll see it here after I leave the locker room pretty quickly.
Baker, just feeling this your first time in this rivalry game, this felt different than the Steeler game, or not, or the same, or no, there's a little different edge to this?
A little different, and I think that's just based on me being more comfortable. It's not as hectic. It wasn't as physical because we spread them out and we were able to get the ball out quickly. We're just playing better.
Was it just another tough road venue, or was there anything distinctive about being in Paul Brown Stadium for the first time?
Another road game, but it's something that we have to get used to because we're going to play there a lot. So, just another road game, but we had a lot of emphasis on we got to play well on the road. 4 out of our last 6 games before this game we're on the road, so we got to take care of business.
Baker Kitchen threw us another curveball when he said that you're going to use the wishbone 50 times.
Is that what he did? That's what he did at Alabama when he looked a lot better. And I heard what he said. He said I wasn't very funny. So, yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah. No, we didn't run the wishbone.
7 touchdowns and no interceptions, 2 games. I mean, that's a high standard. Is that what you expect out of yourself?
Yeah, that is. That's what I wanted to get accomplished. That's taking care of the ball. That's putting us in a good position to win. That's getting the ball out quickly. We had 1 sack, maybe? None? They called it back. Oh, yeah, that's right. So, 2 games in a row, no sacks, no interceptions. That's the goal, and that needs to be the mentality.
Greg said that Nick Chubb catches the ball real well in practice.
I've never seen that before. I tell you what, he was snoring very, very loudly last night. We're roommates on the road and at home, so he made up for it. He made up for the snoring with that catch. That was an unbelievable catch.
What do you think when the ball's in the air, that he's not going to be able to get back to it?
Yeah, no, I think that I didn't give him a very good chance to catch that. Put it in a bad spot. Got to lead him. He beat the guy. They brought a blitz, and the guy had to peel and cover with him. So he did a good job of winning, and then obviously a great job finishing.
How big in your mind to be able to win consecutive games, to string them together finally?
It's huge. You see teams around the league that build on those wins. It builds the confidence and it builds the energy throughout the locker room that you need to have to play on the road and finish tight games. You need to believe in it, and so it's huge for us, and so we need to continue that.
Did it feel like a true road game with as many Browns fans as there were in the crowd?
Yeah, it was a little different. There was a lot of Browns fans, so a little bit different, but this next one will be a true road game.
Don't you ever try to stop him from snoring, or what do? You just sit there and take it?
You let the man sleep. My thought process is if he's going to have another 90-plus yard run, I'm going to let him sleep. Good.